Today it is a gazillion degrees outside, so I decided that I wanted to run off to my local strawberry stand to pick up some refreshing fruit. So let's go. From the fruit stand, and it never lets me down. I found some excellent looking strawberries that we're going to eat, and of course you can always enjoy really nice fresh fruit by itself, but I wanted to make little strawberry tartlettes today. And because, as I said before, it's a gazillion degrees outside, I'm not using any ovens, no heat at all. So we're going to be doing a raw strawberry tartlette. Don't run away, it's actually really easy and really good. So first thing we're going to start on is the crust. So we're going to take 1 cup of raw almonds, and I'm just putting them in this little tiny food processor because that's all I have. I'm gonna take a little, just like a sprinkle of cinnamon, just to give it a little bit of flavor. And also, I'm just gonna use a scoop of this flaxseed meal. That's about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons of flaxseed meal. You can just kind of eyeball it, see how much you wanna add. So once I've added that, we're just gonna mix it up together, and I hope this does not wake my son up. And they always sound so angry. You don't want it to be all the way ground to meal. You still want a little bit of almond chunks in there, but that's about how it should look. So there's some finely ground bits, and then there's also some big almond chunks. Now we're gonna add the binder, which is, these are medjool dates, and these are pitted, and they're relatively dry. So what I've done is I've soaked them in some water to kind of give them a little more hydration. Just gonna add a few at a time. We'll add the rest in just a second. Hopefully you can see that. Now, just to give it a little bit more liquid, I'm just gonna add about a teaspoon of agave. Just a little bit. It's also gonna make it a little more sweet, although dates are very sweet by themselves. So now that I've finished with that, I'm just gonna take this little mini cupcake pan, and I've put some plastic wrap over the top because this is just gonna make it easy to pop these suckers out. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of my crust, which is, as you can see, nice and sticky, and I'm just gonna put it in to the bottom of my tart pan and carve out a little cavern. Okay, so I finished all of these, and you can see I just used my thumb to kind of make them in little hollow rounds. Now time to make the filling. So for this filling, you're gonna start with 1 cup of cashews. I know, random, right? But they don't have a really strong taste, and they just give this topping a real whipped body. Also, 1/2 cup of filtered water, and I'm just using a Vitamix. You can put it into a high-powered blender, but you really need to blend this up because you need the whipped quality to tap into those nuts, and you need something strong enough to grind the nuts up so they're not really thick. And then you're just gonna take 1 to 2 tablespoons, I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. And that's also a binder that's gonna help this thing work out great. Your next ingredient is a teaspoon of vanilla. And then the main event, which is, this is 1 heaping basket of strawberries. It ends up being about 2 cups of strawberries. And that's gonna give you your sweet flavor. And of course, we're doing another tablespoon of agave, just to pump up the sweetness. Now, if that food processor did not wake my son up, this is bound to do it, so. Okay, so that is good. That is really good. Really tangy. All right, now we're gonna add our little tartlette center to our little mounds. So just pour a little bit out, just enough to fill each tart pan. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. So now I've just taken a regular strawberry and I've just cut it into thirds, and I just place one little sliver on top of each little tart to make it, kind of give it that finishing touch here. So we're finally finished with these. They're looking beautiful. I'm just gonna set them into the fridge for 30 minutes. Okay, so we're ready to try it out. I'm so excited. Now, because we lined our baby little baking sheet here with plastic wrap, thank you. You just pull the plastic wrap and out pops one of your little delectable desserts. Look at that. Oh, it's so cute, little tartlet. I'm gonna eat it. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. That is really good. Now, the benefit of these desserts is that they're very, very rich. There's lots of, obviously they're made with nuts, so they're very filling. You're only gonna wanna eat one or two because they're dense. So it's the way that desserts are meant to be, right? It's very sweet, very, all natural sugars, right? So your body's gonna be able to absorb it without having those really extreme sugar spikes. And there's no dairy or whatever, so if you have dairy issues, you're done, right? You can totally have these as much as you want. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. This is going to be on my website. I'm definitely gonna post this recipe as well as the video so you guys can make these, because I just think these are little gems of heaven. And it's perfect on a really hot day. So visit healthgirltv.com for more information just like this. Thank you.